There are names whispered across the centuries, names spoken with awe, fear, and reverence. But among them stands one who needs no title, no crown, no monument of stone or spell, for he himself is the monument. They call him Invoker, the Arsenal Magus, the eternal scholar, a being so ancient that even time itself hesitates to touch him. But once, long before the weight of eternity settled on his shoulders, he had another name, Karl. Origins of the eternal Magus. Invoker's story begins in the time before memory, before the world had fully taken shape. He was born a prodigy among prodigies, a child whose natural grasp of magic dwarfed even the most seasoned sorcerers. Where others struggled for decades to master a single spell, Karl absorbed knowledge as effortlessly as breathing to him. Magic was not a discipline, it was a language, a song he had known long before he ever opened his eyes. And so he rose, not slowly, not gradually, but like a star igniting in the night sky. His power grew so vast that it eclipsed kingdoms. His arrogance grew just as quickly. For what is humility to one who cannot forget, who cannot fail, who cannot die? Invoker became a pillar of the world, a force woven into its very structure, a character shaped by memory and loss. But power is never without cost. The gift of perfect memory seems divine until you realize the curse that hides within it. Every mistake, every betrayal, every moment of love and loss, he remembers them all. He remembers the wars he caused. He remembers the civilizations he watched crumble. And he remembers her, Philomena, his daughter, the brightest light in a life otherwise filled with shadows, a light he could not save. It was her loss, echoing endlessly in his flawless memory, that carved the man the world knows today cold, calculating, tactically brilliant, and impossibly proud, not because he feels nothing, but because he feels everything. He hides his pain beneath centuries of knowledge. He pushes others away because he's seen the fragility of attachment. And he meets every rival with contempt because who could ever compare? Even those who cross his path, heroes like Doom, Rubik, or the spirits, are mere footnotes in a tome he finished writing ages ago. His magic, 10,000 lifetimes of mastery. And then there is his magic. Invoker commands the primal forces of Quaz, Wex, and Exhort, raw building blocks of reality itself. Quaz, the cold, steady element of preservation and endurance, magic of ice, of stillness, of the body unbroken. Wex, electrified momentum, pure velocity, the essence of storms and speed, of air that refuses to be still. Exhort, blazing intensity, the raw fire of creation and destruction intertwined. Most sorcerers spend a lifetime mastering one school. Invoker mastered all three, and then proceeded to weave them together into dozens of spells of his own invention. Sun's strike, a lance of solar annihilation that hits its mark, matter the distance. Tornado, a spiraling storm ripping the world upward. Chaos meteor, a burning herald of apocalyptic fire. Deafening blast, the roar of the void itself. These are not spells memorized from a grimoire. They are expressions of Karl's will, the art of a mind that has walked the full length of eternity. Each spell tells a story. Each combination reflects not just arcane theory, but fragments of who he once was. The significance of Invoker. Within the Dota universe, Invoker is more than a hero. He is a reminder, a symbol of the thin line between genius and catastrophe. He stands at the crossroads of history, a survivor of ages the world has forgotten, a witness to cycles of destruction he once tried to prevent and, sometimes, helped create. He is brilliance turned bitter, immortality turned into isolation, knowledge sharpened into a blade. Yet somewhere behind the arrogance, the flawless poise, the godlike confidence remains the faint shadow of a father, a man shaped not only by power but also by loss, closing the eternal flame. And so, when Invoker steps onto the battlefield, he carries not just spells, but centuries, not just knowledge, but the weight of every memory he cannot escape. He is the storm, the sun, the void, the beginning and the echo, the one who remembers everything, and the one whom history will never forget. For as long as magic exists, so too will Invoker, standing alone, unmatched, undying, and forever invoking the power of the ages.